Let's get the coal in here. And coal is still fine. It's not really running out yet. But I'm going to show you an easy trick to get the coal in. Well, it's much easier than actually thought. We can just take a line from here. That way we actually have one full coal line going in. And we'll just take it from here. Will this bite us in the behind at some point? Probably not. Famous last words. And that means now we also have coal running through here. And that is needed for our military science, which is actually quite expensive to make. So let's set up our military science. So what we need is one being produced per second. This one produced 2 every 10 seconds. It means one every 5, so we need 5 military science working. One, let's start it correctly. Start over here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of military science. That gives us 1 per second at the crafting speed 10, not counting in the crafting speed of the machine, but counting with a crafting speed 1. So for that, we will need some walls, grenade, and piercing rounds. Firstly, this will output over here, and we'll have double inputs right here from what it needs. Plus we need 3 things, we'll need 3 belts. So what if we firstly, let's see if we do it here. What if we say grenades? That requires 2 inputs to make those. Those will go down now this way and up. 8 seconds. That means that's 1.25 gold and 1.66 iron. Might be completely wrong with that. That means we should, if we mix in 1 belt, still have enough to make it all work. So let's try that and see how bad my math is. It's probably quite bad. And you will make 1 every 8 seconds. This requires 1 every 10 seconds. So that means we need at least, let's say, 5 of these. That be correct? 1 every 10, 1 every 8. Yeah, about 1 to 1. Maybe a bit different, but around that age. Let's see. We're getting close to having everything researched that we need, or we can research at least. Here is explosives and tanks. That's down to the Spidertron swarm. So let's get you. So here's grenades. That'll be a mixed belt of iron stuff. I mean, that will just go right here in terms of output. Get some belts. So that means we'll have the output we need. For this one, if we just do 1 belt, you will go on. Will the inside be easiest to manage, or will the outside be easiest to manage? Let's get you down 1, so I can actually do it a bit easier. Because then we can have the other one running here, or maybe just have the other one output to the same line. That might actually be the easiest way to do it. We could, in theory, just get walls on the opposite side. Or piercing rounds, since that requires the same amount. So if we do piercing rounds over here, that is, what is it, 1 of these to 3 of these. This produces 1 every second. This requires 1 every 3 seconds. So we do that one and do 1, 2, 3. and do 3 of these. Not the perfect ratio, but that way we'll also have some ammo for our turrets and such, which is always nice. Copper, steel, and these. That means we'll have 2 lanes in. One here that goes like that, and one that goes all the way through. Wait. Wait, we have the input right here. I was about to say, did we forget the inputs for our grenades? That would have been quite silly if we did. But luckily we didn't. Get you jump 2. Then we'll jump. That looks correct. Iron and coal. So iron we have right here. That will merge in quite easily. Let's get the coal over 1 so it goes something like that. I'll be coal and iron merging onto a belt going in here. Then we'll just move coal from down here. And you'll just jump, giving us a bit of room. Yeah, hit. And coal. So that should be our grenades. That will also help us clear out the stupid trees we have everywhere. So let's get some power lines down. You go out. Get something like that. Yep. Input wise, we'll just do the same. Because you need double inputs. That is easy enough. There we are. And then we have that hooked up. Let's give it a bit of power so the blinking stops. I can drive a man crazy. That means this one just needs... Ooh, do you need a fast inserter? Probably not. Let's try this. And see if that will be enough to fix the military science. That is what I am hoping. So that will go in. Power, power, power. Let's just check that it can run. It should. We'll check in a sec. That means this will output on the backside. And you guys will output right here to the opposite side of the belt. Let's get that. Piece of science. Strong explosive. Oh, thank you, Brian. I am quite pleased with it myself. Hopefully this will be some kind of... I'm not going to say 2.0 version of that one, but it is pretty much the same premise. I'm just doing it with binders this time, so I'm trying to make those two my main go-to things I recommend people when they should start to learn about Factorio and an easy way to set it up. So hopefully you also find this one helpful when the stream is over. Trying to get a rocket launch done in one sitting. That is pretty much the goal, plus a bit of playing around with different things. Here, there we go. And we'll do you. So now that we have this, we will be able to get iron in here. And the reason why I have this little nick here is so I can do this. Pretty much. Oh, that's gonna annoy the power poles. Oh, that's not gonna like. Not gonna be nice. Can we do it over here instead then? Make sure it doesn't look too bad. Hope so. So that is that one. Let's get you in. Let's get some power up that way. And then we just need steel and copper, just like over here. Imagine that. That means I can probably steal, as I did before, this entire setup and add you into right here. That seems correct. Let's get all of this removed. And then if we just drag in all the things we need, things should... Wait, did I line it up correctly? I didn't. Let's cut you and place you incorrect. There we are. And I should in theory just be able to drag all these things across. And things will line up nicely. We don't run out of things, that is. I think I will. You'll go that way. Let's go and grab some underground belts. Because that way we have all of this fixed. Belts, we have 400, that's good enough. View of you, that is not that needed. And use the network as well. Get some view. Let's get power poles. You. And oh yeah, the undergrounds, which was the whole reason I got went over here. And those. Bullet damage to help with the biters. And then we can just hook up this little thing going this way. And voila, that should be most of what we need here. That should be piercing rounds completely done. That means we have 2 out of the 3. And then we just need the last one, being the walls, to produce. And we'll just add that in over here. Getting in some stone brick. That is always already even on the main bus. Nice. So we'll kind of get that to output. What if you output this way? And jump over here. For some reason my military build, because I don't do it that often, always becomes so, so messy. If that even counts as messy. Down here. Walls. 1 every half a second. You require... What's that gonna be? That's gonna be 0.2 per second, so that's 1 per second. Per science. Yeah, 1 per second per science. Is one of these enough? I think one will be enough. Let's try that. So you'll be right there. Outputting this way. And okay, cool done. I'm always a bit self-conscious about my builds when I don't do them that often. Let's see here. Yeah. I accidentally hit the Alt button once in a while, but thank you so much for reminding me to put it on. I'll turn it on even. So, there we go. That's wrong. There we go. And then we can get you to go this way. Remember to set it up correctly the first time so you don't run into issues. Get you all the way over here. There we are. We are still starting to lag a bit. We're just consuming one side of the build. That's fine. So you'll be stone wall. You'll have to get that one. Get you in. Are you fast enough? Nope. And that should be military science up and running. It means we can start to go into some of the later tier of military when needed. For example, the energy shield and such. Now we just need to get it to the opposite side of our mall. What is a good way to get it over there? It could go below and up, but that would look horrible. Could move this way up further, but I don't have enough landfill yet. Might have enough made down here. We'll have to think about how we do this. I don't want to go it straight through. That doesn't sit right for me, to be honest. Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So that's military. Does that mean it's finally time to look at oil? I think it does. I think it does very, very much. One thing I do want to do though, is that we could make small chests here to grab some of these for different things. So that might actually be a use for our filters inserters that Anders Nielsen was so nice to remind me to put down. Also, what if we do take you out? Don't need those, we need these. Take you directly. We'll take you times 2. Let's do something like this. We'll do filter, and just... be honest, I used to hate oil a lot. But after I found out my trick with circuitry, it actually makes it extremely easy to manage. So I'll show you that little trick in not that long. And you can just get this one into a few chests where we just kinda stacks up. If anything surplus, it goes into these. So you'll take grenades, please. I like to get the stack enough. You'll get a lot of piercing rounds. I'd say 1,000 piercing rounds. If it's not being used for that, it might as well go into a chest so I can use it to defend the base. And that's wall, stacked grenade, stacks to 100. Let's get that just so I can blow up the trees.